Welcome everyone to Arize Observe. Thank you for joining us today. So first off, wanted to thank our sponsors. So Microsoft, first off, you're investing a ton in the AI industry. Thank you for investing in a conference. Thank you for investing in something that's not NVIDIA GPUs. Battery bet on us in the Series A. Thank you for investing in the conference here. Swift has been with us since the earliest days. Brett's here. If you amazing investor in the AI community, please connect with Brett. He's here. Cerebral Valley, Pinecone, Vectera, ModelBit, InnoData, MindsDB. Thank you again for sponsoring us here. So we wanted, thank you, and for the sponsors. Awesome crowd. Thank you for coming out. We wanted to do a conference. Me and Aparna, we're both technical founders, engineers, builders. We wanted to build a conference that we would want to go to ourselves, and not every conference is like that. We kind of feel like a lot of them have a lot of marketing slides, just a lot of fluff, and so the hope here is you meet some researchers, you meet some people building, you actually learn something from these sessions. That's our goal. So we've created it like we would want it. Now, Aparna, who are you excited to see yourself?
Yeah. Hey, everyone. Again, just want to say thanks so much for being here. Welcome. There's 3 different tracks today, just to help you guys orient. There's one track that's focused on research. So this is like the latest and greatest of what's out there. Honestly, just some to throw out. OpenAI is giving a talk on customizing, fine-tuning models. Mistral is giving a talk on CodeStrol. There's Gorilla LLM team from Berkeley talking about agents. So, there's a ton in the research track you should go check out. If you're more interested in what's happening on the open source side, there's the builders community. Cyrus from DSPi, raise your hand. He's giving a talk. Jerry from LlamaIndex is giving a talk. So there's some awesome talks in that one. And then if you want to hear what some of the best companies out there are building, like the actual AI products out there, check out the innovators track. Flipkart's giving an amazing talk. Anu, raise your hand. Lowe's is giving a talk. Just hear what they're building. You'll see this code everywhere around today. It's kind of your guide to getting around. Has the agenda, has the map. Seriously, all enjoy. We tried to build a conference that we ourselves would go to as engineers. So enjoy.
I don't even think we introduced ourselves. So those of you who don't know us, I'm Jason Lopatecki, co-founder of Arize here.
Hey, I'm Aparna, also co-founder, run product here. So technical background, want to hear people talk about cool shit they build.
Awesome. All right, so November 2022, ChatGPT launched, and I think it changed our space incredibly. And the preceding year was kind of the year of the model. We would be on the edge of our seats for every model drop and every feature and everything it could do. And it was just this, we were in awe of some of the features that the latest models could do. And I want to say the next year, it feels like for us, is really the year of the AI products. So using these models to actually do something useful or valuable, to actually accomplish something and justify the NVIDIA stock price as well. So on one side, you're going to have products that aren't great. People are going to be applying AI to maybe things that you shouldn't. It's kind of, on one side, Rabbit reminds me of a little bit of like the pets.com of the AI era. I'm dating myself there. I'm not quite sure what the product is even supposed to do. On the other side, you have an awesome set of products that are kind of like your assistants for software engineering. And I could have put GitHub Copilot up here too. That's an awesome thing. That would have been an obvious one. But just Cursor, I feel like, is also used. And think of these assistants that help you in your daily lives. And I want to make a prediction or something I really think deeply that every business user out there is gonna have some AI assistant in their job that helps them do what they need to do. You multiply that by every business user in the US, worldwide, even a percent of that. That alone, people are talking about killer app. That alone is $1 trillion market, let alone everything else AI is gonna do. And we have our customers, we have many customers building assistants. We have customers just putting AI into their products. And what we found is just that that is hard. It's hard to make it work. It's hard to evaluate and understand what it's doing. And so we helped customers do kind of workshops for evaluations, and teams didn't know how to troubleshoot. So we helped customers build out like these tutorials. And for us, these were kind of manual processes. These are manual processes. And we're an AI company, and we just thought, couldn't there be a better way? Couldn't there be a better way to do it? I might just so AI should be able to help. That is what we believe. We are deeply in the AI industry. We should be able to build AI to help AI engineers. So today, we're announcing an Arize Copilot, an assistant for AI engineers. So like all of you, we're taking the journey ourselves. We are building AI to help you build AI, debug, troubleshoot, and evaluate. In addition to just putting this product out here right now, we're also going to be telling you how we built it, the architecture behind it, the tools that we use every day to build it, which we're going to be releasing a bunch of those, and those are more important. So it's not just this one feature that's kind of hidden to you. We're going to take you along our journey. So from what does Copilot do? Well, it does 3 things really well. It helps you debug what you're building. It helps you evaluate and understand the performance of both LLM and ML models. And it also helps you with operationalizing your AI work. So there's 3 things that we focus on that it does really well. I'm going to give you a demo. Originally, I was going to do a live demo last night. We were looking at it. You couldn't even see it up on the screen. So better than a live demo, this is live in product right now. So if you want to go use it, you can use it today. But we're gonna walk you through kind of what this does. So let me give you a bit of a demo of Copilot. So there's an assistant inside Arize that pops up that can help you troubleshoot your models. This one, I'm debugging an ML model in this case, a traditional model. I'm looking at all the statistics kind of come into the context window that this model has. It helps you debug and understand and drive you down different troubleshooting directions of what you should look at, things to click on that guide you through the product. And it's not just ML models, but LLM models. So in this case, I might have a question and answer app with pricing questions. And we've integrated AI not just as an assistant, but into the product too. So you can use the assistant in search here. I can search for examples, pricing examples across, maybe I'm having trouble with pricing questions. I'm searching for pricing questions from my data based upon the input column here. And this isn't just SQL. This is using an LLM across your data to do search. So it understands that what the data is. It pulls up whatever you're looking for. So I can find user frustration or pricing issues. In this case, I've got pricing questions. It's answering incorrectly. It's retrieval. I can debug retrieval on the fly. What this does is it looks at the data. It looks at what was retrieved. Runs an eval, kind of gives you an idea of what you're missing. In this case, the context was unrelated to the answer it gave. So you can use AI to help you debug the AI you're building. Well, I can also pull the LLM span into the playground and use AI to help me rewrite my template. So also integrated into the playground is AI to help you rewrite your template. In this case, I don't want it to answer when it doesn't have information in the context window, so I can type it out and click optimize. there's a screen here that has both basically the optimization, but also some reasoning associated with that optimization. So in this case, it describes the changes it's going to make to your template. In this case, it's recommending, I don't know if the answer isn't in the context window. You can rewrite the template on the fly here. You can accept the changes, and then you can rerun it on your data. So all of this, and what's amazing about this is these aren't just skills, but the skills are tied together. It knows what you did previously. You can ask questions of it. It's truly an assistant that helps you build. This is where we started, which is kind of crazy in retrospect. So this is the architecture drawings we had in the beginning. We didn't know what we were doing. I think a lot of us felt like this year. And where we ended, though, was something was much simpler. So we're going to be rolling out over the next couple months just more information on the architecture we've chosen, because I think it helps educate. Our goal is to educate the ecosystem. This basically planner router architecture with a set of other LLM calls that are skills is a common pattern. We see this across customers after customer after customer. The reason we call it a planner is because you can stack the skills. That I can do something, I can help it write an eval and then evaluate an eval, and there's state that's passed between these. It's not one and done. So what this looks like is, it looks something like this. There's some messages, there's some message state, there's some memory state, and you can actually stack your debugging as you go kind of step by step here. You can, we actually tried to make this work almost like an agent. Let's remove the user input out of this and just let it go. We didn't feel like the current model sets were good enough. That was our take. Now, there's many of you building agents. There's some agent experts out here that eventually will get this right. But there's kind of a user step here. But there's definitely a planning function that's occurring here with user input along the way. It wasn't just about the architecture. It was about a kind of a new way of building, to be honest. And many of you are along this journey, which is your prompts that you build. Like, we do a small change with Copilot prompt, and it would affect the complete user experience that someone would have. And we had some engineers who liked writing these and some engineers who really didn't. And that user experience tied to the UI design. So how do we integrate it? How do we have a cohesive conversation state? And then most importantly was the tooling that we had to build around this to make it all work. So we're excited today to announce a large set of tooling, which is probably more important than all this, that Aparna is going to tell you about.
Awesome. All right, well, everyone, check out Copilot. It's available, like Jason said, live in the product. But I'm going to actually not just talk about Copilot today. In the journey of building Copilot, I kind of feel like we got to go through the journey of being an AI engineer. We actually built an AI product. And so many things didn't work in that process. And so we had to build tools to get our product to work. And so you're going to hear a little bit, it's going to feel messy, of the journey we went through. And I'm going to talk about what we hit and then some of the tooling that we're not just keeping to ourselves, but we're actually rolling out, and it's generally available to everyone today. The first one, as we started building, honestly, show of hands, how many times did you guys just change a prompt, change a model, and then something downstream would break? How many of you guys have done that? Wow, okay. This honestly felt like the reality of AI engineering to us. We would just, to be honest, in Copilot, we swapped out the model. We went from, we swapped it out to GPT-4o. All of our prompts actually broke. The responses were not great. We had to then go back and figure out what the hell happened. And this really just felt like every time we made a simple prompt, something or the other wouldn't work. And there just had to be a better, more evaluation-driven way to do this. And so, first release of the day, post-Copilot, we're launching datasets in the product. You can cue the next slide. So what are datasets? Datasets are curated data points. So in this example here, I'm going to go in and I'm going to pick every single response that the LLM made that was hallucinated. And I want to go save this off in my dataset. Now, when I go change my prompt, I can go run on these same data points and see, is it still broken? Is it working on these same data points? Your data set can be golden points too, things that you always wanted to work. It can be things that you want to do regression testing on. But you need this consistent set of examples. So when you make prompt and model changes, you can go back and say, did it break or did it not break? So these are kind of different data sets we've made. I can click into one. I can see the different experiments that I'm running, new prompts, old prompts, model changes. I can see the different evaluation metrics. What's unique about our data sets is that it's not just input-output values, but it's dynamic columns. So as you come in, you want to add in metadata that you want to save off in your data sets. You can use it. And a really important key part of data sets is that you need to pick the right examples to use. So in this example, I have some weird-looking, strange characters, question marks, people are sending in. Go run a similarity search, boom, add all of these into my data set, save these off. These could be jailbreak prompts for all I know. So first big lesson we learned, build a consistent set of data that you can go test on. We felt this every time we changed it. But okay, so you built a data set. It's great, you can run it one-off. But what if you wanted to make this an actual workflow? This is what we really started to feel was every time we made these changes, we wanted to automate this. So it should feel like, hey, someone on my team made a change, I go, it kicks off a GitHub action, it tests all of my use cases, all of my examples, tells me if something broke, and then when something does break, I should be able to go look at the trace and see what actually failed, so I can go fix it. So, second release of the day, again, it's gonna feel like Christmas today, Experiments. Experiments is now live in the product, available for everyone to use. This one I'm doing as a CI/CD workflow. I changed a prompt, it runs a GitHub action. It's running so that it can verify across all of these examples that I've collected in my data set, whether or not it's still working or it's broken. And you don't just need to use these experiments as your, as a CI/CD workflow. You can also use it in development. So I can side-by-side compare, okay, I changed a prompt. Which one is hallucinating less? Which one's doing better? You can go dig in and actually understand across different experiments, which one's actually the better prompt, and see side-by-side what's gonna ultimately perform better. And then again, when it doesn't work, you can dig into the trace. So data sets and experiments are really meant to work side-by-side with each other. They're kind of your, you made a change and you actually need to make sure it's working. You have a curated set of points. You keep coming back and you can test it on.
I would add too that data sets works for ML and LLM, so no matter what you're doing, the foundation of the product is the same.
Exactly. So you have this, you can use it on your LLM use cases, but you're just iterating on your model. You also have the same curated set of data points that you can run it on. So that's release number 2. Okay, let's keep going here. Again, it's gonna feel a little fun. So the next one is, and many of you guys who probably built something like a Copilot probably feel something, this one's gonna be relevant to you, which is, it's gotta go down the right path. So if you're using function calling, you have a lot of different paths. Like in our case, the user asked us some question, I wanna build a custom eval. You want it to go down the path of write an eval skill. You don't want it to go down the path of debug rag. And for some of you guys who are building things like chat to purchase applications out there, user comes in and asks you about a product comparison, you don't want to just send them over to customer support. You want to route to exactly what's the right skill. And you need evals to be able to verify that it goes to the right skill. So today we're launching third release of the day, function calling evals. Function calling evals are super important if you have anything router-based. So in this example, we have a function calling eval. It's actually verifying, did it call the right function? Did it extract the right parameters? And with all of our other evals, it's not just yes or no binary. You get an explanation. When did it call it correctly? What's missing? Should it have called something else? And then it ties back to data sets. You can go add these when it messes up into your data sets and your experiments so that you can use it to iterate. Okay, it messed up. let me go create a data set where I have all of my messed up function calling examples. And next time I want to change something in my function description or my parameter descriptions, I can actually go test them out, see which ones are working, see which ones get it right. And so any, honestly, complex application that's just not a simple LLM call, you're probably doing some kind of function calling in there. You need evaluations for them. So this one's a good one. Okay, so where are we in our journey now? So we've been able to change a prompt. We now have a way to run experiments and collect the points. We have evals working on them. Well, you know, as we were building this, we kept coming back to this realization that, well, prompts and data are really connected to each other. You want to change your prompt, and you want to keep running it on your data. And we kept doing this like what-if analysis. What if I change this? What if I change that? I want to go in and modify it. I wanted to take points from my production data. I wanted to take points from my data set data. And I just want to keep doing this what-if in my development. So how do we make this easier for teams? Well, and I hope you're not tired of me yet. So 4th release of the day, playground on data. Everyone say woo. So this one's basically you can run the playground in this example. I'm pulling in all of my basically prompt variables. And prompt variables are actually a first-class citizen in our product. They're kind of the core components to it all working. I pulled in prompt variables that looked kind of funny, and I can then go and pull them into my prompt playground and then run all these weird-looking data points in my playground and test them out. Prompt playgrounds can be monitored. You can add them, you can delete them, you can remove them, you can test out the template. And like I was saying before, you don't just need to do this on your production data. We can also run the playground on those data sets that we just talked about. So I have weird-looking curated examples. Like in this one, I'm building a travel agent. It's super wordy. Let me go pull in this data set of examples with super wordy responses. Tell it to go be concise. Don't go over 30 words. Go run it. And it should give me much smaller, shorter itineraries. So you have this consistent loop of your prompts and your data working together to run these what-if analysis. So Playground, also available live in the product. Check it out today. So all of this up until now we've been talking about is still kind of development workflows. You now have data sets, you have your experiments, you can run evals on it, you can run it on the playground, but you're gonna go into production. That's the goal. You need to launch this application. And we kept hearing from our customers, and we kept feeling this as we launched Copilot, was I need the same evals that work offline to also work online. And so if you're running hallucination evals, you need it to run online as well. And it's freaking hard to run evals online. So, all right, one more, 5th release of the day. We have online tasks releasing today. This lets you define the same eval that you're using offline. In this case, it's hallucinations. I can pick a template, or you can write your own template, whatever works. And then kick off a job. And Arize automatically generates those evals and adds it to your data. You don't just need to use these for your LLM use cases. If you have ML use cases where you want to go and augment your data, add fields to it, generate LLM labels, online tasks works on that as well. So it's kind of essential as you're moving into production. Cool. This is the last one that I'm going to announce today. And it's a really exciting one because we're doing it in partnership with Guardrails AI. We have a number of new guards that we're releasing. So for those of you who aren't familiar, so evals are great. You can use them to monitor. They help you evaluate your application. But they're not, if you have something live in production, you need to proactively catch and block it so that you don't have that response going to your user. You're going to want to use something like guardrails. And what's unique about ours is that our guardrails are dynamic. So as your data actually changes under the hood, you have something like a user frustration. It's consistently changing over a period of time. The data sets can dynamically change, and then your guardrails can adapt to that. So Our guardrails are live. You can use them. If you go to the next one, you'll see a quick demo where once you have the guardrails set up, you can actually track them in the product now and see how often was a frustrated user experience caught. Or sometimes when you leaked a PI, how many times did the guardrail actually get detected? And then you can go monitor these and evaluate them. All of these, to be honest with you can go to the next slide, came because we were building our own product. And we felt the pain of being an AI engineer. And so I just wanted to leave with, before I hand it back to Jason, your journey building AI is our journey. I think amazing set of tools that you have to actually build helps you build better products. So happy building, everyone.
Awesome. So first off, we wanted to offer all of you pro accounts with Arize. So you have a promo code here, which is good for I think for a year. I was going to say 6 months. It's for a year. So take a screenshot of it. Ask us again. We'll give you a code here. It gives you Copilot. It gives you everything. So check it out, please. All of you get free pro accounts. So I don't know how much all of you know about the Arize ecosystem and what we build. Me and Aparna are engineers. You know, we started our journey in most of what we building with open source. The first thing I touch in almost any technical area I go into is open source. So we wanted to invest in open source ourselves. We wanted most of AI engineers' first journey, the first thing they go touch in the ecosystem, to be open source. So we launched Phoenix about 1.5 years ago, and it's been getting awesome momentum. The team's inundated with support for Phoenix, which is a good sign. And really, I think it's one of the leading kind of open source solutions for AI engineers at the beginning of their journey. Our commitment is huge here. We're investing a ton here. Please try Phoenix. But one more thing. I don't know if Jerry is around. Oh, whoops. Sorry, y'all. I'm kind of killing the... This thing's been... All right. Kill the kill the reveal. So what if a llama has wings? What does the evolution of a llama actually look like? Well, first off, I wanted to announce today that LlamaIndex, which is an amazing framework out there, one of the top framework for building agents and retrieval, we're partnering with. We're launching a hosted version of Phoenix called LlamaTrace. That's tightly integrated with the Llama Cloud ecosystem. We think these two, we think the builders should, the debugging of the building should be close to the builders. So just excited to announce this with Jerry and team.
Thank you. And so just to add a little bit more color to that, LlamaIndex is a data framework for helping you build LLM applications like RAG and agents over your data. Most people building LLMs need some sort of experimentation, tracing, observability, eval tool. And so, we've had like a Phoenix integration for a while now, but here we really took it to the next level with, it's called LlamaTrace, and it's basically natively integrated into our both open source framework as well as our enterprise product, Llama Cloud. And so first, you get really good tracing. You just get full instrumentation through your entire Python call stack. Second, it's one line of code, so you just toggle it on and you just keep writing, whatever code, LlamaIndex code, and everything gets instrumented. And 3, it's hosted, so no longer does it live locally. You can actually have like an entire instance that you basically just like log all your traces and then create eval data sets from basically any of the spans that you get through the traces. So if you're interested, I'm giving a workshop talking a little bit about this and other stuff in like an 1.5 hours. So
great, super excited. Awesome. So So making it even easier for that AI engineer or hacker developer to just start and get started. That is our goal, to make the barrier to entry to these tools minimal, nothing. So excited to partner. Amazing conference we have set up here. Just an incredible set of speakers. Once again, the map is here. Thank you all. Go check out the sessions.